Hi, I'm Gregory Hodgson, here today at the 2018 Canadian Science Policy Conference, here with Stephanie Michaud. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
I really appreciate your time.
Great.
I understand that you are the president and CEO of BioCanRx.
Yes.
Could you tell us a little bit about your organization's mandate and what you do?
Absolutely. So BioCanRx is a not-for-profit. We're federally incorporated as a result of receiving a grant from the federal government through the NCE program, and we invest in the development of immunotherapies, carrying out preclinical work and taking them all the way to phase 1-2 clinical trials. We are interested in accelerating the development of these biotherapies, so it's not just about funding this kind of preclinical and early clinical trial work, but it's also about improving translation in Canada in the academic system for these kinds of drugs and to get them to patients more quickly.
So yesterday you participated in a panel session that was focused on developing a Canadian life sciences supercluster.
Yes.
What's your perspective on the supercluster mentality, and do you think that that's the direction to move for the life sciences?
So, as most people on the panel, the folks in the industry have been disappointed by the fact that there was a lack of success in the supercluster competition to fund one of these. I think that for the life sciences, the supercluster program is going to look different. I believe that a supercluster in the life sciences is going to be pan-Canadian with concentrations of different clusters in and of themselves across the country. And I think that there is an opportunity to assemble everybody in the life science industry around the need for generation of real-world data to generate real-world evidence so that we can take it from the development of these new biologics or drugs and take a very holistic view by generating the requisite data to inform policymaking with respect to reimbursement, eventually leading to value-based procurement and value-based healthcare.
Okay, and so you kind of think that it will be sort of a cluster of clusters around the country?
I think so. I think that there are clusters within Canada. So of course we have Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, that have real strengths and very particular strengths, and these are emerging areas across the country. The fact that we have a single payer system in Canada, to me, there's this opportunity to collect evidence with respect to the use of biologics or new drugs. And so yes, I think because of the single payer system, we'll be able to create a supercluster, though it will be pan-national.
So something that came up and was discussed at your panel and also at others throughout the conference has been the idea of how can we best capitalize on Canada's potential, not only in the life sciences, but in other areas as well. So I wonder, what's your take on the relationship between the supercluster model and how we can overcome what you see as the greatest challenge to effectively commercializing innovation in Canada?
Life science innovation in Canada in particular, that's a great question. I have no easy answer to provide to you. I think, for example, being able to capitalize on the research investments that have been made to date and really capturing, especially in the area of biologics, anchoring firms by anchoring the manufacturing of novel biologics here in Canada will go a long way to growing the companies here. This is something that I firmly believe.
Growing and scaling up has been
Absolutely.
a common theme this year.
But growing and scaling up, but I think that there's an opportunity that I hope that the Canadian government invests in and recognizes that there's the possibility to anchor firms here by anchoring the manufacturing, especially when it comes to biologics, and there are lots of biologics in the pipeline.
So I just wanted to ask you as a final question before we wrap up, what do you see as the greatest value of the Canadian Science Policy Conference?
For me, so I've been coming to this conference for a few years, wearing different hats. For me, it's reconnecting with colleagues from my past, folks that I currently work with, great networking opportunities, and there are always some brilliant sessions that are organized. So it's a great place to reconnect with folks and to catch up.
Okay. So if people in the audience want to learn a little bit more about your work and the amazing things that you're doing, where can they go to do that?
Absolutely. So you can go to biocanrx.com to learn more about BioCanRx and the great work that we're doing. Thank you.
Thank you for
Great.
your time.
Thank you.
It was really nice
Thanks.
to meet you.
Good. Likewise.